Ever since the foul-mouthed celebrity chef swept the London food industry by storm in the 1990s, Gordon Ramsay and scandal have been inextricably linked. The continuously hot-headed star of shows like Kitchen Nightmares, Masterchef, and many others, who's also the owner of a number of restaurants, has never had a dull moment on television. The tabloids have enjoyed a field day over the years covering Ramsay's escapades, which have included legal disputes, accusations of dodgy business practices in his restaurants, and charges that he faked his TV appearances. And that's only scratching the surface of the scandalous behavior of the controversial chef who built an empire on both amazing food and dishonest behavior. Add in claims of cultural appropriation, racist statements, knockoffs, and randy rudeness to an attractive female TV star during an iconic talk show appearance. To learn more about a few of the controversies, and most significantly, the one centered around frozen foods, keep watching through to the end of the video. For more of these intriguing videos, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Before we get to our video, how many Gordon Ramsay scandals have you heard about? Leave a comment below and let us know. Okay, let's continue. Have you heard about the Ramsay infidelity allegations? Sarah Simmons, a self-described professional mistress, accused Gordon Ramsay of adultery in 2008, claiming that they had been having an affair for 7 years. Simmons claimed to be Ramsay's girlfriend and revealed information about the supposed relationship to the now-defunct News of the World via the New Zealand Herald. He was referred to as her best friend, her soulmate, and someone who lives on the edge. He enjoys taking risks and craves the rush they provide. Ramsay, though, refuted all of the accusations and even cracked jokes about them while recording a cookery program with his mother watching. "What the week I've had," proclaimed Ramsay. "I'm acting properly tonight since my mother will be in this room. Ooh la la. Oh, screw it, Mom. I didn't do it. I love you." In an interview with Men's Journal, Ramsay reaffirmed his innocence and eloquently articulated why he would never betray his wife. In reference to his wife, Ramsay quipped, "She's a nut crusher. If I ever made a mistake, he would put my balls in a vice and make them into a crepe Suzette that was thinner than any pair of frilly underwear Paris Hilton has ever sported." Did you know that he had also been charged with cultural appropriation? A true Asian dining house that was driven by the drinking dens of 1930s Tokyo and the Far East, according to press materials for Ramsay's 2019 opening of London's Lucky Cat, is characterized as Lucky Cat by its owners. However, food critic Angela Hui disagreed with how genuine it was, calling the restaurant a real-life Ramsay kitchen nightmare in a review. Ramsay responded on Instagram to Hui's sharp criticism and her related social media posts by accusing him of cultural appropriation. Ramsay asserted Hui was prejudiced against him and his restaurants, despite acknowledging that reviewers shouldn't be stopped from expressing their honest opinions. He did this by citing the deluge of disparaging and disrespectful social media remarks she had written about him. Ramsay continued, "I want them to be professional and have some ethics if they're going to be critical. Not just Hui had issues with Lucky Cat. According to chef and restaurateur George Chen, the boundary is crossed when a cuisine is whitewashed for marketing reasons, even though every cook has the ability to interpret another cuisine." Not only that, in connection with the claims that he faked it for Kitchen Nightmares, Gordon Ramsay was also sued. Despite being a huge phenomenon on American television, Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares turned into a legal ordeal when one of the restaurant owners featured in the program sued him, until Ramsay called him out for things like rat droppings on the floor and bad hamburger meat in the fridge. Martin Hyde managed the Manhattan restaurant Dylan's. Ramsay then dismissed Hyde. According to The Guardian, Hyde allegedly filed a lawsuit alleging that, unbeknownst to the viewing public, certain or all of Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmare shows are fraudulent, and the so-called problems uncovered and fixed by Ramsay are, for the majority of the part, made by Ramsay and his staff to appear to be that Ramsay is making progress at the restaurant. After that, a judge dismissed the case and mandated that it be arbitrated between the parties. Ramsay refuted Hyde's claims in an interview with TV Week, quoted via BBC America. "I would never ever think of putting anything together. At night I want to sleep," he said. "God bless America. If the toilet paper isn't thick enough and you walk out with a rash in your ass, you'll be sued. That's why we're given a writ." Now let's get to the main point of today's video. Did you know that Gordon Ramsay acknowledged putting frozen food on the menus of his upscale restaurants? Yes, you heard correctly. Do you like the video so far though before we continue? So feel free to like, share, and subscribe. After it was discovered that he employed ready meals made elsewhere at one of his restaurants, Gordon Ramsay was obliged to defend his image. After it was learned that pre-prepared food was being brought in, heated up and sold with markups of up to 586% in one of Ramsay's high-end restaurants and 3 of his eateries in the capital. A spokeswoman for the celebrity chef, who has previously said it's a criminal offense not to use fresh food in cooking, issued a statement. According to the chef's spokeswoman, the Foxtrot Oscar in Chelsea, West London, uses a cooking facility in Wandsworth, South London, to prepare ingredients for dishes that are then cooked and served there. In 2009, it was discovered that several of Gordon Ramsay's gastropubs in London were serving unaware patrons previously prepared frozen food. The disclosure was made possible by a sting operation run by the Sun tabloid, according to The Guardian, which disclosed that the restaurants received their coq au vin in boil-in-the-bag form from Ramsay's cooking facility, GR Logistics. The food was marked up by about 500% before being prepared and served to unaware guests. However, Ramsay emphasized the importance of fresh produce in a 2007 Channel 4 interview for the F Word. "I find it incomprehensible that people can disregard fresh food when using solely fresh ingredients is the only way to ensure a delicious meal. It's a travesty not to use it because that's where all the flavor and goodness are." According to the Daily Mail, a spokeswoman acknowledged that GR Logistics did create dishes using ingredients that meet the highest Gordon Ramsay standards. The representative added that all menu items were then prepared in the various kitchens after being packed and transferred daily in the refrigerated vans. The gastropubs were able to manage the uniformity and the quality of the food offered, the spokesperson claimed, as reported by The Guardian. Food editor for Food and Travel magazine, Helen Hooken, wasn't convinced by that answer. She explained to the Scotsman that this was just one more illustration of how there's a growing contradiction between Gordon Ramsay's words and action. "I believe he'll lose the confidence of his devoted following." One question does come to everyone's mind now that we know he served frozen meals in his upscale eateries. Is Gordon Ramsay a hypocrite for promoting fresh cuisine on his shows, yet providing frozen or pre-prepared meals in some of his pubs and restaurants? Does his justification make sense? Let's see what Ross Boardman, a celebrated restaurateur and the author of 101 Restaurant Secrets, has to say about all this. Gordon Ramsay is not a hypocrite in his opinion. He's putting together some meals in the main kitchen. Sadly, this is the worst kind of hack journalism. Good researchers are supposed to work for The Guardian. In the restaurant business, we use the term margin instead of markup. You would talk about cleanliness and food safety when referring to moving food in refrigerated trailers. However, there is no mention of freezing in the article. Ross seems to recall that the main Ramsay kitchen uses vacuum-packed portions quite a bit. The equipment costs a lot of money. If you can accomplish this on a single website and then pass the dishes to your restaurants, that is a very positive development. You can stock and prepare a sizable number of menu items, which represents an economy of scale. Not every kitchen needs a vacuum kit, which costs around 2,000 GBP for a good one. This is closer to the truth if you imagine your restaurant having an additional kitchen. A beef dish won't arrive at the table fresh if the final kitchen must offer sous vide style meals unless the cooking procedure has begun before the guest has placed their order. Restaurants operate on a system of preparedness and arranged stations. The cook has already started preparing before the ticket is called, so he doesn't begin preparing a dish or cooking it. This video has come to an end. Do you consider Ramsay to be hypocritical? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it and share it with your friends and family. Remember to subscribe to our channel to see more of these exciting videos. Until the next video, take care.